Welcome to the Mystic Fool. I'm Martin Worth, and this is the Mystic Fool. Numbers as a sign. Angel numbers, triples, doubles, 1111. What's the meaning behind these numbers? I mean, don't get me wrong here. I'm not an advocate for or against numerology. I've looked into it, and I am not yet convinced of its potency, but that's just me. But one thing I do know about seeing synchronicities in numbers 333, 444, 555, 666, there's always a good one. Because of who knows what. The meanings that people apply to things. Number 13. Apparently in Japan, I think it's Japan, none of the buildings have a 13th floor because it's unlucky. Interesting, hey? And that's my point. The meaning we assign to these numbers can be way so different from one person to the next. And I've looked at a couple of different, methodologies of numerology, and I've noticed that they can be different between different schools. So it makes me wonder. But I do like 1111. 1111 is cool. And we'll talk about that another time. What I really want to say today is, we ask for signs. Higher self, send me a sign. And that's okay because it's cool to get signs. I like getting signs. I like synchronicities. I like it when something comes into my field, something comes to mind is what I'm saying. I notice a new energy, I notice something, and I talk to one of my friends sometimes across the other side of the world, and the same thing's happening for them. It feels good. It gives me a sense of connectedness, and it's great. It's, and when you ask for a sign and something happens, like someone I was talking to the other day who was angry and started getting upset at the universe, and the power cut out on the house for a minute or two. And they said, "Oh, okay, I'm sorry, universe, I'm sorry." Power came back on again. Interesting, hey? Interesting. But anyway, the thing about noticing numbers and sequences and signs, we say, we want a sign from our higher self. We want more communication from our higher self. Well, our higher self, however you'd like to term that, and we will do an episode on what higher self is. But for now, let's say source, higher self, spirit, whatever you like to call it, is constantly sending us signs, signals, trying to get our attention, and our attention is elsewhere. It's on our job, it's on our relationship, it's on whatever is on our mind as we rush through this busy 3D world. How does higher self get through when your brain is so busy? By giving you a sign, an angel number, 333, 1111, 444, whatever it might be. You notice it, and then you say to yourself, "Oh my God, it's a sign. I wonder what it means." And so you go rifling through the numerology books, or you might get on YouTube or Facebook or Google. Guess what? That is your higher self tapping you on the shoulder and say, "Hey, tap, tap, tap. Listen up. So what I think you need to do when you see a sign, angel number, whatever it may be, you need to stop and say, yes, higher self. What is it? What are you trying to tell me? And allow the message to come through. What a cool distraction that we race for the iPad. What a cool distraction that we get out a numerology book and start working out what that sequence of numbers means, when all the time what we needed to do was just to stop and say, you have my attention. Try it. See what happens. Send me an email, healing@martinworth.com, and tell me what happens. Put comments below. Please put comments below. And please tell your friends about the Mystic Fool. Thank you. Blessings. Love you. See ya.